Good morning, my friends. Excuse me. Welcome to another episode of Frustrated to Freedom. I'm Bill Morrow, your guide on your way to the freedom stage. We already know we're trying to get to this stage where it is your website, but at the same time, we're also going to try and get to the complete mindset. Now, one thing I want to give first of all is a little warning. Whoa! Because I understand a lot of people are not reading the written part of this. That is, the description that follows underneath. A lot of people are not reading that. So, in actual fact, there's a lot of extra information in the description which I don't talk about in here and actually put in there. And it is very important. It's only a matter of another minute or two, less than that, to read through that description, and you'll find certain words trigger things off. And today's episode is number 41, Your Better Mind. And this is it. So when you're listening to something, you're in a perceptive mode and you're listening, you could be doing other things, but you're still listening. But if you get into the second stage and you read a short description of what you've just heard, a lot of that can trigger in your mind a lot more information. So certain words will trigger, such as mindset. When you read the word mindset, we know what it means. Other people look at it and say, well, what does that mean? You know what it means. You know that you have two minds, that you have a true self, which has everything as happiness in there, and you have a false self, which is the secondary stage, which is the one that tries to cause you problems, such as we don't want to do, negative thoughts, and all this sort of thing puts the doubt into your mind. Now, a lot of cases, if we read those descriptions, it will trigger off better situations. And even better, the third method is to actually make notes. Well, we're learning all this, but we want to, in the process, make the learning as simple and as easy as possible. And that's what we hope to do, so that it becomes second nature to you. We know we all think, we all dream and everything else, but we're trying to put it all together in a cohesive fashion so that the whole lot means something to us. And in the end, it makes life and business and everything else so much easier because you have a focus on exactly what you're doing. So if you would read the description, just briefly read the description. When you've looked at the video, down the bottom, brief description, sometimes it's slightly different than what I've been talking about here. But the thing today is your better mind. Now, at this stage of the process, we all know, and we should all be feeling the fact that we have a different mindset, that our mind has changed and our mind is different. And this is the whole purpose of this ongoing process. Is every episode has been a repetition, something new, then a repetition. And this is the way we learned all the way through life. But in the first stage, we started off and we didn't really have, we didn't think about learning. It's just, oh, we're in school. Then we left school. But the process of learning still went on. And in my case, I was still learning for about 20 years. Then I started teaching, instructing, and going on all the time, passing on the information. But this mindset thing is a process that happened. And with you, we're now trying to focus on the process, where it took me 22 years to get from that stage of the learning, then into the stage of we have now working in our business. But not only in our business, we're working in our lifestyle as well. And this is the whole beauty of the thing. And as I say in the description, this sort of thing is priceless. You could charge $1 million for it and you'd be getting value. But to so many people, if it's something that they're getting for nothing, they think, oh, it doesn't, I can always go back and get that again. Oh, it doesn't mean much. Wrong. Very wrong. Because you may never see such a thing as this again. There are books, I've read the books, I've gone to meetings, I've gone to conferences, all about instruction, all about the mind and everything else. And a lot of times it's underestimated, you see. People just don't think entirely about it. They think, oh, teach, 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 learn, 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 repeat all the time. But the correct mindset is the thing that really gets you going, that really gets you into the correct space. So a brief description of that. And by now you must be knowing that you have a different mindset, that everything starts off. And think of those songs in the morning. I keep listening to mine. They keep changing all the time. What was it? I write a song to make the whole world sing. If you can get people laughing, if you can get people thinking happy thoughts, that's excellent. But put that into your daily work, your daily doing, whatever you're doing, and that is even better. And remember, you're going to project that. You project that aura, you project that. Your personality, everything comes through when you have a happy mind. And that is exactly the way we want to be able to do it, my friends. So remember the process again. Start off with happiness, with happy thoughts. That's where you're starting. And then as we go along from there, we go to the dream, the thought. Then we go to the plan. And from the plan, we then take action to get us exactly where we want. But remember to read that little snippet at the bottom. It's only very short, but it's very necessary. See you tomorrow, my friends.